Welcome to the Palouse, Pullman Washington Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Washington State Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Washington State's offense will take the field first. Typically, you don't think of an offense built around its tight end, but they got no production from there last week. They'll need that to improve in this one, David.
Yeah, he's a chain mover. He's a red zone threat. That big old body, man, he's a matchup problem. So they definitely need to find a way to make sure that they're feeding the big fella, that they're using him in different ways. And listen, balance on offense is good. Still use the receivers. But, Jesse, they can't forget about that dude.
No, and I don't think you have to all of a sudden panic and all of a sudden reinvent your playbook offensively. You just got to execute better, and you got to give him more opportunities. I think that was one of the biggest problems their last game out. They just didn't throw it his way enough. That has to change today. He should be targeted really early in this game.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. That's caught. It's Ellison. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. Backed up now, here's second and long. On the option. Now the pitch. Got the first down and still on his feet. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Slide, 22. Slide.
He's got it on the right. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up second and 4.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Grab near the sticks. It's Meredith. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, this guy obviously spent a lot of time in the film room this week because he is dissecting this defense early in the game in the opening drive. Great job with his eyes, great job with his rhythm, an explosive play there. This defense does not have an answer for this dude.
The Cougars trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. They want to throw it. Grabbed behind the line, it's Johnson. Touchdown, Washington State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be dang, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. So the UCLA Bruins offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And, David, they've got a guy in the backfield that certainly is capable of carrying more than his share of the weight in this offensive attack.
Yeah, he's a piece, but I would argue this, Reese. Like, you need to get the ground game going. For this offense to be successful, they need a physical tone setter, and he can be that, sometimes up, sometimes down. They need that consistently, Jesse.
They need him to show up when it matters the most, and there's going to be times in this game like we've seen throughout his career when the defense wants to take away wide receivers or players on the perimeter, and that's when this guy has to show up and shine. He's got vision, he's got cutting ability, he's got speed, but that's got to be on display in this game.
He'll do it himself. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The Bruins racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Looking to throw, it's Iamalayama. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. And they pick up just a few on that completion. After that last completion, it's second down. Rides the back on the option, the give. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The line to gain here is the 43-yard line, and it's third down. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
They kick it away on fourth down. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Going to swing it on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Freeman. He'll get a fresh set of down, stopped at the 31-yard line. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Gives it on the option. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The give on the option. He is going nowhere, and this defense is manhandling this running game on the last couple of snaps.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on once. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He'll keep it himself. There he goes. Push out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A big pickup on that run. And the Bruins want to move quickly.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Fires to the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And that kind of tells you how the season's gone for this squad. Just whether it's the offense, whether it's the defense, now it's the special teams, missing a makeable kick. It's been that kind of year.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Okay, ready? Green 25.
Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Catch in the middle, it's Meredith. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. So now it's second and long.
42 Spider. 4-2.
Looking to fire. A little screen to the running back. Breaks into the open. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
The give to the running back from the shotgun.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Meredith. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Period, first down here. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Cougars have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Freeman. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Wazzu headed to the line with another first down. The give to the tailback. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense. We got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Johnson. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And I got to know on offense, right? When I get in this situation down near the goal line, I got to get physical, finish my run forward, not start dancing around, going all over the place and losing yards. That's just bad offense.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Got it.
3rd and goal for the offense. Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the grab. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. A field goal here would make it a 2-possession game, but they elect to leave the offense on the field on 4th down. Wants to keep it in the air. Trying to find the end zone. And they will score. Touchdown, Washington State. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Elise. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
He'll bring it back from inside his... And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. And he falls on top of his own fumble.
That's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
Looking to pass. It's Iamaleava. Complete.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Short completion to the right. Quick step and go. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. The Bruins want to crank the tempo.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy on the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Knocked down behind the line for the 2nd straight play, bringing up a 3rd and lots of work to do. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. And the Bruins will line up to punt it away. This will be a 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Wazzu offense onto the field again. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, obviously, at this point in the the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Washington State.
Let's go.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. On the option. The pitch. He goes out of bounds across the 15 at the 16. That's a solid pickup on that one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. Washington State sends out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Got his man. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Bruins in the hurry-up. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got a man. It's Flores. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. And the Bruins are threatening in the red zone. He wants to throw it again. The screen, and watch out. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Bruins are on the move.
First and goal, UCLA.
The snap sets up to throw. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. Trying to slam in. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. What a disappointment. No good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Here's an open space downfield. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Washington State going back to work on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I know. Things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Marinette. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Listen, nice completion, short game. Now you get to 3rd down. 3rd down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on 3rd down, I still got that 4th down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll go to the air. Somehow fits it into a host of defenders. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Punt is on its way. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Running out of time here in the 1st half, and they do have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half, down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To the air. It's Iamaleava. Fires to the wideout. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And the Bruins now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the tight end was a big part of this offense, and you've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Here comes the heat. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that 1st down marker. It'll be 4th down. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Pullman.
Washington State has it teed up, and we're ready to go here in the 2nd half. The returner will field it and bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this 3rd quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the 2nd.
Turning it on! Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Bruins will hustle to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they...
Snags it at the 30 and still running. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, UCLA! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. You can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Wazzu offense onto the field again. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. Leaves it with the back. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. They go to the ground. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Meriden. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here.
Slant routes. They're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Let's go.
The Cougars come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Calls his own number. Inside the 35. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Washington State has it all working right now. He's not a burner or anything, but he's got enough about him that he can run and hurt you at times.
Yeah, he's sneaky fast, isn't he? It seems like he's not moving too well, but he's definitely going faster than what he looks. And this defense, they're finding that out right now.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
To the air on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. They'll send out the kicker here. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, every game in the SEC so vital to a team's season, and this one is no different. Texas looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Horns. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. Hook 'em, and they hooked a W in this one. Each week in the SEC, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out today again, guys, with another good team taking one on the chin.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And the Bruins moving quickly to the line. He'll pull it on the read. There he goes. Running inside the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bruins!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make... the 19. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Yeah, and great job by the linebacker. Understand. doing zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set, I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break that up and swat it down.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Throws to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Johnson. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Sends it back in motion. Wants to throw on first down. They go to the wide receiver screen. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
They're dealing with a second and long. Got it behind the line. It's Freeman. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now facing a third and long. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw again. Pocket breaking down. And the misconnection on third down.
Game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They closed the gap on their last drive. Now an opportunity to take the lead if they can score here. He's going for a big play downfield. Intercepted deep in his own end. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
I think everybody thinks when you say middle of the field safety, that's an easy responsibility. There's a lot of field in the middle, okay? I got to cover a lot of space. He does an unbelievable job covering space, breaking on the football, seeing the route, and going and getting the interception. Nice play by that safety.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
All right, let's get it. Right.
Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Grabbed in the middle, it's Meredith. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
It's a bang-bang play. You're running a slant. The DB's draped all over the wide receiver. He's got to make a contested catch, but he shows really strong hands on that one.
Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the catch. It's Meredith. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Freeman. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has, how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Bringing the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
He wants to change this route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Meredith. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get in the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football, and you've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. Line out trying to get it in. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Wazzu! If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
14.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They'll get this drive going from the 17. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Quickly out to the tight end. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
We've come to the end of the period, and Washington State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Bruins are in the hurry-up.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing.
Breaks into the open. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. And the Bruins are moving quickly down the field. With the catch, it's Matthews. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Try trying play action. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. Down to a one-possession game, 24-17. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's recap that Pac-12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Arizona State somehow, some way, found a way there in Tempe and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. Pac-12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Hey, Kevin Connors, keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The handoff to Johnson. Got a little space. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Grabbed over the middle, it's Freeman. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the 4th quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs...
Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory there down at the 43-yard line.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. Wazzu headed to the line with another 1st down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on 1st down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And I'm putting that one in my back pocket. I'm going to start it. I'm going to highlight it. That blitz came home. We are going to need that down the road, and I'll be ready to call that one.
The Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Meredith. Headed to the end zone. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. That one interception and the loss last week really stuck with him, but he's answered by taking care of the football in this game.
Nice answer. Just a nice bounce back. When you're the leader and you're the guy that everybody looks to and you handle adversity from last week like you did today in this game, nice job by this quarterback leading this team.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, Washington State.
Washington State will come to the line with a 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Get it out to the supersonic guy. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to power it in. Touchdown, Cougars. Great job by the back on the option. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
And the Bruins come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw. It's Iamaleava. They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. Racing down the left side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, UCLA!
Just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the Jets, and is gone.
And the extra point is good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Wazzu offense onto the field again. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. That's reeled in. It's Freeman. At the 45 on its way. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it up to 49. It'll be a first. From the 49-yard line. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Makes the grab, it's Freeman. Turning it on! Timeout called by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Here's the handoff. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Washington State going back to work on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Might be changing the route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed.
Man, we needed that so bad. The football had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go win it.
Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Got it in the middle, it's Flores. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. Great job by the defense. Not closing the door completely, but stopping the momentum late in the game when you already got a lead. Nice job, D.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage. You're probably getting blitz that's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. They'll go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation.
And this is the favorite formation in the offense. This is what you want to end every game with. Victory formation, take a knee. You can tell the crowd's into it, digging it, and they're loving the victory.
It's 4th and 8 and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. This is not a time to pad your stats. Lost one deep down the right side. And it's put in danger, and it's picked off. And he is brought down after the interception, and the clock strikes 0 here in the fourth quarter. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.